Greetings, my fellow Lobos. The day has come, the day that we've been waiting for, the day that we have worked so hard towards. My name is Murillo, and I feel honored to address you today. A few years ago, while looking through UNM documents, I noticed that I was listed as a non-traditional student in a random data field. Through the power of Google, I learned that according to the National Center for Education Statistics, non-traditional students are usually 24 and older. That is, slightly older young adults who have work experience or family situations that can make attending college full-time difficult. As I read this, I felt stereotyped and to some degree offended. You see, my mother and I migrated here when I was only 3 years old after losing my father to a tragic car accident. I started my primary education here, not knowing the language, learning as I went. K through 12 were mostly average for me. Honor roll student, always wanting to learn more, read more, be more. As a child, I would often dream that I would fly. It started with a jump in the elementary school playground, and upon landing, I would bounce higher. Gradually, with each leap, I bounced higher and higher until I achieved a consistent flight. My grandmother told me that the dream meant that I had not yet reached my full potential and that I needed to work harder, do more. When I graduated from high school in 2006, I enrolled at UNM Valencia but did not have the financial means to continue, and ultimately, I joined the workforce. Nevertheless, I had an incessant yearning to further my education until one day, as prompted by a great mentor in my life, I decided to try again. In 2014, I enrolled at UNM Valencia once more, and I couldn't be more excited. I took online courses, evening courses, anything that I could get courses. I was a full-time machine operator at a manufacturing plant and a part-time student at UNM Valencia. I worked my way through the degree program at Valencia, and when I finally finished, instead of feeling proud of myself, I felt anxious as Anderson handed me a blank concentration worksheet. Thinking that in the time that it would have taken a traditional student to finish a bachelor's degree, I had merely finished an associate's. So you see, being classified as a non-traditional student felt like another weight on my shoulders, an indication that I was consistently lagging behind. Working through my courses at Anderson, I acquired new skills and knowledge that I was directly applying to my job. I was growing and excelling in my career more than ever, and then it hit me. This all started almost immediately after I began taking college courses. While learning, I climbed the corporate ladder and slowly started to work side by side with all the mentors that I admired and looked to for guidance. I realized that being a student had made me a better professional and that working while obtaining my degree had made me a better student with a real-world exposure to course content. I realized that slowly working towards my degree was also bringing to fruition the dream that my mother had for me from the day that she carried me across the border in her arms. I know that my grandma did not live to see this day, but she is joyfully watching from above as I stand here before you, a 32-year-old Mexican woman, first generation college graduate. I can assure you that I have never been more happy and proud to be classified as a non-traditional student. Given the current global circumstances, every one of you has become a non-traditional student in the past year. American academic, psychologist, and author Angela Lee Duckworth tells us that the secret to outstanding achievement is not talent, but a special blend of passion and persistence she calls grit. I commend each one of you for the grit that you have executed to be here today, celebrating one most wonderful achievement. I trust that this is only the beginning because even though I do not dream of flying as often as I used to, I still do, meaning that there is so much more to achieve. I encourage you to follow your dreams with the same grit that has gotten you this far and remind you that you can always achieve your most yearned for objectives, even in the most untraditional circumstances. Congratulations, class of 2021.